The love and hip-hop world is in total shock tonight because Rasheeda has just dropped a bombshell that nobody saw coming after years of ups and downs, cheating scandals, public fights, and endless speculation. Rasheeda has confirmed that she is pregnant again. And yes, the father is none other than Kirk Frost. The same Kirk Frost who embarrassed her on national TV with cheating scandals. The same Kirk Frost who fathered a child outside of their marriage with Jasmine Washington. And now with Rasheeda carrying another child for him, the entire internet is melting down. Fans are split between celebrating her resilience and questioning her sanity. But one thing is clear. This news has already torn open old wounds and reignited one of the messiest love triangles reality TV has ever seen. And if that wasn't enough, Jasmine, the woman who once came forward with her own child by Kirk, has reportedly broken down in tears after hearing Rasheeda's news. Sources claim Jasmine feels betrayed all over again, like her pain is being erased and her truth ignored, while Rasheeda is choosing to give Kirk another chance at family. This isn't just another pregnancy announcement. This is a ticking time bomb for the Frost family, for Jasmine, and for everyone who's been watching this drama unfold for years. Because if Rasheeda is really pregnant again with Kirk's child, the fallout won't just shake their marriage. It's going to blow up the entire love and hip-hop universe. And trust me, this is only the beginning. To understand why Rasheeda's pregnancy news has completely shaken the internet, you have to go years back to one of the messiest, most painful scandals in reality TV history. Rasheeda and Kirk Frost have always been at the center of drama on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. For years they presented themselves as a power couple. Rasheeda, the boss chick with her music and fashion brand, and Kirk, her longtime husband and business partner. But beneath the flashy lifestyle, their marriage was crumbling in full view of millions of viewers. The breaking point came when Kirk cheated on Rasheeda, and not just a one-time betrayal. He was exposed for having an affair with Jasmine Washington, a storyline that played out in shocking detail on national television. It wasn't just that Kirk had been unfaithful. Jasmine claimed that she had given birth to his child, a baby boy named Cannon. The fallout was catastrophic. Rasheeda was devastated, embarrassed, and left questioning her entire marriage. Fans dragged Kirk online, calling him the worst husband in reality TV history. Jasmine, meanwhile, was painted as the other woman, criticized and judged, even as she insisted that Kirk needed to step up and take responsibility for his son. For years, the love triangle played out on screen. Rasheeda struggled to forgive Kirk. Kirk hesitated to claim his child until DNA tests proved what Jasmine had been saying all along. And Jasmine, she was left in limbo, trying to raise her son, while also being vilified for exposing the truth. Some fans thought Rasheeda would finally leave Kirk. She had every reason to. The cheating wasn't just a private scandal. It was broadcast for the entire world to watch. But Rasheeda stunned everyone when she chose to stay. She admitted it was hard. That trust was shattered. But she insisted on fighting for her marriage. That decision divided the public. Some applauded her for keeping her family together. Others accused her of normalizing disrespect and setting a bad example by forgiving Kirk's betrayal. But no matter which side people were on, one thing was clear. Rasheeda and Kirk weren't done. Their marriage survived scandal after scandal, though it never escaped the shadow of Jasmine and Cannon. Fast forward to now, years later, when most fans thought the love triangle had finally settled into silence. Rasheeda has shocked everyone with news that she's pregnant again with Kirk's child. And that's where the emotional explosion comes in. Because while Rasheeda may see this as a new chapter, Jasmine reportedly sees it as a cruel reminder. After all, Kirk never fought this hard to make things right with her. Jasmine's child with Kirk was treated like a scandal, an embarrassment, a mistake. But Rasheeda's new pregnancy, it's being celebrated as part of the Frost family legacy. Insiders claim Jasmine has broken down over the news. Feeling erased and ignored all over again, she allegedly confided in friends that this pregnancy cut her deeper than the DNA test drama because it showed that Kirk had moved forward with Rasheeda while leaving her in canon on the sidelines. The internet, of course, has erupted. Fans are dragging Kirk all over again, saying he doesn't deserve Rasheeda's loyalty. Others are questioning Rasheeda, asking how she can bring another child into a marriage that's been through such chaos. And some are even defending Jasmine, saying she's the one who always gets left in the shadows, no matter how much truth she tells. That's why this pregnancy reveal is bigger than just baby news. It's a trigger for years of unresolved pain, betrayal, and public humiliation. It reopens every wound from the cheating scandal, the affair, the DNA test, and the years of fighting to rebuild trust. For Rasheeda, it may be a symbol of forgiveness and moving forward. For Kirk, it may be a chance at redemption. But for Jasmine, it's another devastating reminder that her story with Kirk will never be given the same respect or joy. And that's why fans are saying this isn't just a pregnancy announcement. It's the start of a brand new storm, that the internet thought it had seen everything when it came to Rasheeda and Kirk Frost's marriage. But the announcement of Rasheeda's new pregnancy flipped the entire script and reignited a firestorm that had been simmering for years. The news didn't just shock fans, it ripped open old wounds, dragged Jasmine Washington back into the spotlight, and left social media gasping for air. The drama began quietly enough. According to insiders, Rasheeda first confirmed her pregnancy at a private event where she was spotted glowing, rubbing her stomach, and openly smiling beside Kirk. A fan snapped photos and leaked them online. Within hours, gossip pages plastered the news everywhere. Rasheeda pregnant again with Kirk's child. The headlines alone sent shockwaves across the love and hip-hop universe. For many, the announcement felt surreal. This was the same Kirk who had humiliated Rasheeda on national TV. The same Kirk who admitted to cheating, denied fathering Jasmine's baby, until DNA tests forced the truth, and nearly lost his marriage. Fans couldn't believe that Rasheeda, after surviving so much heartbreak, was choosing to expand her family with him again. Twitter instantly erupted. One viral post read, "Rasheeda deserves the world, but Kirk Frost ain't even deserve another chance, let alone another baby." Another added, "She forgave him, stayed with him, and now she's pregnant again. I can't. Love ain't supposed to look like this." And yet some defended her. At the end of the day, it's her marriage. If she's happy, then who are we to judge? But the situation wasn't just about Rasheeda's choice. It was about the fallout, specifically Jasmine's reaction. Word quickly spread that Jasmine, the woman who once exposed Kirk's affair and gave birth to his son, Cannon, had broken down upon hearing the news. According to alleged insider leaks, Jasmine felt betrayed all over again, as though her story had been erased. Sources claimed she broke into tears during a conversation with friends, saying, "Kirk never fought for me. He never fought for Cannon, but he's smiling in pictures with Rasheeda, like nothing ever happened." Those alleged comments fueled the fire. Fans began dragging Kirk for what they call double standards. One commenter wrote, Kirk treated Jasmine's baby like a mistake, but now Rasheeda's pregnancy is supposed to be celebrated. That's foul. Another said, "Imagine being Jasmine, watching your child grow up without a father fighting for him, only to see him publicly cherish another baby. That would break me too." But here's where the first twist shattered expectations. Just when the gossip cycle was hitting its peak, Jasmine herself reportedly took to Instagram Live. Her voice cracked as she said, "I don't want to be messy. I really don't. But this news, it hurt. It's like my pain never mattered. My son never mattered. And now they're acting like Kirk is this perfect family man. I've been holding my tongue for years, but this broke me." The live allegedly cut off quickly, but fans who screen recorded it spread the clips everywhere. Blogs ran headlines. Jasmine breaks down over Rasheeda's pregnancy news. Some accused her of clout chasing. Others insisted it was the most authentic emotion she had ever shown since entering the Frost family drama. Suddenly, Jasmine wasn't just the other woman anymore. She became a sympathetic figure. The internet began to ask, why does Rasheeda's child get celebrated, while Jasmine's child gets treated like baggage? It was a painful public conversation, and it struck a chord with thousands of women who had experienced similar heartbreak. Meanwhile, Rasheeda tried to keep the announcement positive. She posted a glowing maternity photo with the caption, "New beginnings, blessed beyond words." But instead of receiving universal love, the comment section turned into a battlefield. Fans spammed her with both congratulations and criticism. "Congrats, boss chick. You deserve happiness, sis. How many times does he have to embarrass you before you stop letting him win? Not y'all forgetting the pain Jasmine went through. Where's that same love for Cannon? Where's that same love for Cannon?" The tension between Rasheeda's joy and Jasmine's pain turned the pregnancy into more than just family news. It became a cultural flashpoint, a symbol of forgiveness, betrayal, double standards, and the messy ways people tried to rebuild broken marriages. And then came the next bombshell. Blogs began circulating alleged text messages between Kirk and Jasmine from months earlier, suggesting he had been reaching out to her privately. One screenshot read, "You know, I'll always care about Cannon. I just don't want more drama." Another allegedly showed Kirk saying, "I'll always support him. Just can't have it affect my marriage." If the texts were real, they painted a disturbing picture. Kirk juggling responsibilities in private, while publicly acting like Jasmine and Cannon didn't exist. Fans exploded at the hypocrisy. One tweet went viral, so Kirk told Jasmine one thing in private, and Rasheeda another in public. Classic Frost behavior. The twist left Rasheeda supporters scrambling. Did she know about these messages? Was Kirk still in contact with Jasmine behind her back? Or was it all fake screenshots designed to stir chaos? No one knew for sure, but the possibility alone reignited every ounce of distrust fans had ever felt toward Kirk and Jasmine. She stayed quiet after her tearful live, but the silence spoke volumes. Fans speculated she was preparing to tell all, while others worried she had been silenced, pressured into staying quiet so the Frosts could keep their picture perfect family image. By now, the pregnancy wasn't just news. It was war. A war between Rasheeda's resilience and Jasmine's pain. Between Kirk's public smiles and his private betrayals. Between fans who wanted to celebrate new life and fans who couldn't forget the scars of the past. The conflict had reached its boiling point, but what no one knew was that the drama was about to get even darker, because the next twist would drag the entire industry into the mess just when fans thought this couldn't possibly get messier. The story exploded again, and this time it went beyond Rasheeda, Kirk, and Jasmine. The drama spilled out into the entire love and hip-hop community, pulling in cast members, bloggers, and even celebrities who had been quiet for years. It all started with a leak. A popular gossip page dropped what they claimed were emails between Jasmine and one of her friends, where she confessed she felt like she was being erased from history. In the emails, Jasmine allegedly wrote, "They act like my child doesn't exist." Kirk posts about Rasheeda's new baby, like he finally did something right. But what about Canon? Does he not deserve the same love? The internet exploded. Fans flooded Kirk's Instagram with angry comments. "Post your son too, or don't post at all. Why are you acting like Jasmine and Canon don't exist? Children don't deserve to be hidden." Kirk stayed silent, but silence only made it worse. Then, in a shocking turn, Carly Red jumped in. She left a cryptic comment under one of the blogs. "This ain't even the half. Y'all don't know what's really been going on behind the scenes." That single sentence set off a chain reaction. Fans demanded answers. Did Carly know more about Kirk's secret life? Did she have receipts? Moments later, another twist hit. A YouTube gossip blogger uploaded a video claiming Kirk was still in touch with Jasmine privately, not for romantic reasons, but because he was allegedly paying hush money to keep things calm while Rasheeda's pregnancy played out. The vlogger claimed, "One of my sources says Kirk sends Jasmine money, but it's not consistent. It's enough to keep her quiet, but not enough to make her feel respected." Screenshots of alleged Cash App payments surfaced, with the name blurred out, but amounts like $600, $2,200, and $800 showing up monthly. Fans began connecting dots. So, he's paying her off, but not stepping up as a father. This is disgusting if true. The drama spiraled further when Jasmine's live clip resurfaced. Fans replayed her words about feeling invisible, pairing them with the alleged payments, and claiming this was proof Kirk only wanted to silence her. A viral tweet summed it up. "Jasmine ain't crying for clout. She crying 'cause her child's father treats him like a secret while he smiles for cameras with Rasheeda." As if things couldn't get more dramatic, another shocking reveal tore through the blogs. An anonymous insider claimed that Jasmine had considered taking legal action against Kirk, filing for more consistent child support and demanding Helly acknowledge Canon. The source said Jasmine's been told by friends to lawyer up. She's tired of being silenced, tired of her son being ignored. Fears shifted the narrative again. Suddenly fans weren't just mad at Kirk. They were asking if Rasheeda knew any of this. Was Rasheeda knowingly standing beside a man who was allegedly silencing another woman and child while presenting himself as a family man on TV? Or was she being kept in the dark? Meanwhile, Rasheeda continued to post glowing pregnancy updates. But every post turned into chaos. Comments read, "Sis, we love you, but why ignore the other baby? This ain't happiness. It's a PR stunt. You can't build a happy family on someone else's tears." And then came the industry backlash. Love and Hip Hop cast members started to whisper publicly. Spice went live, refusing to name names, but saying, "Some people love to play perfect, but behind the cameras, it's a whole different story." Mimi FA chimed in with a shady tweet. "The truth always comes out. Always." The blogs took these crumbs and ran wild. The narrative shifted. This wasn't just Rasheeda's pregnancy. This was a full-on exposé of Kirk's double life. Fans began dragging Kirk as the ultimate villain, a man who betrayed Rasheeda, fathered a child with Jasmine, treated that child like baggage, and then smiled in front of cameras as if nothing happened. Memes flooded the internet, painting him as the gaslighting husband of the decade. But the biggest shock came days later, when Jasmine herself allegedly reached out to a major gossip blogger. The blogger hinted at an exclusive Tell interview, where Jasmine would finally lay everything bare. How she met Kirk, what really happened during their affair, how she's been treated since, and why Rasheeda's pregnancy cut her so deeply. The announcement of this potential tale sent fans into overdrive. Hashtags like Kirk and Jasmine Speaks and Chaka Kirk Exposed trended for days. Everyone wanted to know, would Jasmine really risk it all and break her silence completely? Or would Kirk and Rasheeda shut it down before it ever aired? And just when the dust seemed to settle, another rumor dropped. One so wild it flipped everything on its head. Some insiders claimed that Jasmine's breakdown wasn't just about pain. It was about fear. Fear that if she went too far, she'd lose the little support she did have. Allegedly, Kirk had threatened to cut off financial help if Jasmine went public again. The internet froze. If that was true, Jasmine wasn't just heartbroken. She was trapped. And that's when fans realized this wasn't just a love triangle. This was war. A war between image and truth. A war between silence and exposure. A war where one wrong move could blow up the entire Frost empire. The shocking reveal had made one thing crystal clear. Rasheeda's pregnancy wasn't a happy family moment. It was the spark that could burn down everything Kirk had been trying to hold together for years. But the question hanging in the air was even more dangerous. Would Jasmine stay silent, or would she finally bring the entire truth crashing down? The moment Rasheeda's pregnancy confirmation hit the blogs, social media turned into a full-blown war zone. It wasn't just gossip anymore. It became the #1 trending topic. Across Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and even Facebook family groups, the reactions were explosive, divided, and downright vicious. Twitter was the epicenter of chaos. Fans fired off hot takes with no mercy. Rasheeda is too good for Kirk. This man embarrassed her worldwide, and she still gave him another baby. Lord, why y'all mad? That's her husband. If she loves him, let her live. Y'all bitter? I feel for Jasmine. Imagine your child being treated like the dirty little secret, while the wife gets the fairy tale. Disgusting. Within hours, Xiaojiang, Rita pregnant, just Kirk Frost mess, and just justice for Jasmine were trending. The beehive-style loyalty Rasheeda once enjoyed split right down the middle. Half the fans defended her loyalty. The other half dragged her for what they saw as weakness. TikTok creators wasted no time making viral edits. Clips of Kirk's infamous love and hip-hop confessionals were remixed with Rasheeda's new pregnancy glow. Side-by-side edits of Jasmine crying and Rasheeda celebrating went viral with captions like "Two women, one man, endless pain." One creator gained millions of views with a skit reenacting the love triangle, sarcastically calling Kirk the most fertile mistake Atlanta ever produced. Even Instagram turned toxic. Rasheeda's maternity photo shoot was flooded with mixed reactions. Thousands of congrats poured in, but so did venom. Beautiful family. Congrats, boss chick. Congrats for what? For raising another child with a man who humiliated you. Don't erase Jasmine's baby. Canon deserves better than this silence. Then came the celebrities. Carly Red fanned the flames again by posting a cryptic story. Y'all don't even know half of what I know. This ain't over. Spice jumped on IG Live refusing to say names, but slightly saying, "If you know your man moving foul, you either fix it or you fake it." Fans instantly connected the dots back to Rasheeda. But the most shocking celebrity reaction came from Michelle, who's never been afraid of mess. She tweeted, "Chilly been told y'all Kirk ain't never gone change, but Rasheeda likes it, so we got to love it." That tweet sent her mentions into chaos, with some praising her for telling the truth, and others accusing her of kicking Rasheeda while she's down. Meanwhile, industry insiders whispered to blogs that the Frost family brand was shaky. One anonymous source claimed, "Rasheeda's boutiques and projects rely heavily on her image as a strong woman. The pregnancies should have been positive PR, but Jasmine's breakdown flipped the narrative." Now brands are nervous about the backlash, and the mainstream media couldn't resist. TMZ, The Shade Room, and Hollywood unlocked all blasted headlines like Rasheeda, pregnant with Kirk Frost's child. Jasmine reacts in tears. Talk shows picked it up too. Wendy Williams clips resurfaced from years ago, where she dragged Kirk as the worst husband alive, and fans said she had been right all along. But perhaps the loudest reactions came from regular women across social media, many of whom related painfully to Jasmine's side of the story. TikTok duets poured in with women saying, "I am Jasmine. I was the girl with the child on the side, and let me tell you that pain don't go away." Others defended Rasheeda. At the end of the day, wives win. Jasmine knew what she signed up for. The debate became less about the Frost family and more about the politics of marriage, infidelity, and forgiveness. The love and hip-hop community itself was divided. Some cast members subtly congratulated Rasheeda. Others posted shady quotes like, "A baby don't fix broken trust." Rumors swirled that producers were already circling, planning to build the next season around this exact scandal. But the industry chatter didn't stop at reality TV. Alleged insiders claimed Rasheeda and Kirk were trying to pitch a redemption arc storyline to networks, a spin-off focusing on them raising a new baby together. Fans were outraged. So Jasmine's pain is being used for their profit again. Through all of this, Jasmine stayed quiet after her emotional live. That silence only made fans more curious and more protective. Hashtags like Protect Jasmine began trending with supporters, demanding she finally tell her side of the story, without fear. Meanwhile, Rasheeda's camp continued posting positivity, ignoring the storm, but the internet refused to let it die down. Every congratulatory post was met with someone shouting, "What about Kenan?" The reactions proved one thing: this pregnancy wasn't going to be celebrated quietly. It had turned into a cultural conversation about forgiveness, betrayal, and who really wins in the end. The wife who stays, or the woman whose child is ignored. And as the backlash spread, one question grew louder. If Jasmine finally breaks her silence in a full tell-all, would Kirk and Rasheeda's empire survive the truth? Just when the dust seemed ready to settle, the situation took a darker, more shocking turn, one that left fans speechless, and had the entire love and hip-hop community bracing for the fallout. The twist began when a gossip blog claimed to have obtained leaked voice notes, allegedly of Jasmine speaking to a close friend. In the clips, Jasmine's voice cracked as she allegedly said, "Rasheeda can post all the baby pictures she wants, but at the end of the day, Kenan is still Kirk's son too. He can't erase that, and if they think I'm gonna stay quiet forever, they're wrong." The leak spread like wildfire. Within hours, blogs turned the alleged recording into headlines. Jasmine threatens to tell all amid Rasheeda pregnancy news. Fans immediately assumed Jasmine was preparing to drop the kind of receipts that could destroy Kirk and Rasheeda's carefully rebuilt image. And then came the true bombshell. An anonymous insider whispered to Hollywood, unlocked that Jasmine had already been in talks with producers about filming her own reality spin-off, one that would center her story, her struggles as a single mother, and the truth about her relationship with Kirk. The insider said Jasmine's tired of being painted as the villain. She wants her voice heard, and if she goes through with it, she'll expose everything. This revelation sent fans into chaos. Was Jasmine about to flip the script entirely? For years, Rasheeda had been celebrated as the strong wife who forgave her husband's betrayal, while Jasmine was cast as the side chick who destroyed a family. But now the power balance was shifting. Jasmine wasn't crying in the background anymore. She was threatening to take the spotlight. The possibility of Jasmine spilling the truth terrified Kirk's supporters. Fans tweeted, "If Jasmine got receipts, it's over for Kirk." Another wrote, "Love and Hip Hop about to have the biggest season ever if Jasmine exposes them." But the twist didn't stop there. Days later, another rumor hit the blogs, one that stunned even Rasheeda's most loyal fans. Screenshots surfaced of what appeared to be Kirk allegedly texting someone saved as JW. The text read, "Don't do this. You'll regret it." Another read, "Think about Cannon. If you put this out, it'll hurt him too." The internet exploded. Was Kirk trying to intimidate Jasmine into staying quiet? Was he really willing to use his own son as leverage to keep the scandal buried? Fans went ballistic. So he's still controlling her behind the scenes. Disgusting. Rasheeda says, "You need to wake up. This man ain't changed." The Frost brand suddenly looked more fragile than ever. What was supposed to be a happy pregnancy announcement had morphed into a nightmare, a storm of accusations, tears and potential receipts that could unravel everything. And then, just as the world demanded answers, Rasheeda posted a cryptic Instagram story, a black screen with white letters. "You think you know, but you have no idea. God's plan is bigger than man's lies." That single post reignited the fire. Was Rasheeda addressing Jasmine? Was she admitting there were lies, but framing them as outside attacks? Or was it a warning that something even bigger was coming? Nobody knew for sure. But one thing was clear. The Frost family drama wasn't over. It was just getting started. Jasmine seemed poised to finally unleash her truth. Kirk's alleged messages suggested panic, and Rasheeda's cryptic post left fans more confused and more hungry for answers than ever before. The cliffhanger now looming over everything was simple yet terrifying. If Jasmine really goes public with receipts, will it finally destroy Kirk and Rasheeda's empire once and for all? Or will Rasheeda once again choose to stand by her man, no matter how ugly the truth becomes? One thing is certain. The next chapter in this saga is going to be explosive. And now, after all the tears, the rumors, the leaks, and the drama, we're left with one burning question. What happens next? Rasheeda has chosen to confirm her pregnancy, smiling through the chaos, determined to show the world a new beginning. Kirk, as always, is standing beside her, pretending like his past won't catch up to him. But Jasmine's silence and those leaked voice notes suggest the storm is far from over. So now we turn to you. Do you believe Rasheeda is making the right decision by giving Kirk another child after everything he put her through? Or do you think this is the ultimate mistake, one that will haunt her and unravel all over again? Do you feel Jasmine deserves the spotlight to tell her story, after years of being silenced and dismissed? Or do you think she's dragging up old wounds to hurt Rasheeda at her happiest moment? And let's not forget the biggest question of all. If Jasmine really has the receipts she claims, will this pregnancy announcement go down in history as the moment Kirk Frost's empire finally collapsed? Or will Rasheeda once again shield him from the truth, proving that no matter what he does, she'll always stand by his side? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because I want to hear from you. Are you Team Rasheeda, Team Jasmine, or Team Kirk? Don't deserve either? Smash that like button if you're ready for Jasmine to spill every last detail. Subscribe and hit the bell, because when the next receipts drop, and trust me, they will, you'll want to be here first to catch it. This isn't the end of the Frost family drama. This is only the beginning.